Hello there, this is James and you're watching Tixee Live. In today's program, there's a couple of things I like to discuss. Have a little look at the great British pound, which is not doing so great at the moment. Plus, I want to have a quick look at some rumours which is going around in reference to something which is happening tomorrow. But before we get to that, don't forget, these little programs are for educational purposes only, and in no way whatsoever should ever be taken as financial advice. I always suggest you do your own research and do your own diligence, and of course, know the risks at hand before entering any trade. With that out of the way, let's get started. So, first of all, I want to have a quick look at the UK, in particular the British pound. Now, we've had a little bit of job data out this morning, which is a little bit of a mixed bag. First of all, we had the claimant count. Now, don't forget, the UK claimant count is like the US initial claims, and it explains to us or informs us how many people are signing on for unemployment benefits for the first time. Now, unlike the US, where the initial claims, the higher the number, the worse it is, because they do a plus. The UK do it like a negative. So the higher the negative, the better it is. So the actual claimant count came out as minus 19,700. So that's 19,000 less people signed on for unemployment benefit. Not bad, 20,000 less, right? However, the expectation was 49,000, negative 49,400. So way below expectations. So not such good news after all. As well as that, unemployment came out at 3.8% versus the 3.6% expected. So not good either. However, we did have average earnings, which went up higher than expected at 4.2% versus 4% expected. So claimant count was worse, unemployment was worse, but average earnings was better. And don't forget, at the moment, with record inflation, UK inflation currently stands at 9%. Average earnings is a good thing because people need to earn more to obviously afford to live currently in this current global climate we live in. So that was the thing. So that was better. So two bad, one better. As well as that, the UK is not doing so good at the moment. They're getting prepared for a Brexit battle, basically. Brexit's just not going away. I'm sick of it. I don't know about you. And I'm a Brit, so I'm actually sick of this. But yeah, now the EU and the UK are preparing themselves for a potential trade war, because the UK are planning to try and change the arrangements of the original Brexit deal in relation to Northern Ireland, trying to include improve trade from the UK to Northern Ireland, which the EU have said, no, you don't. You've got the original agreement. We're keeping to that. So the UK are trying to change that. So basically, the UK and the EU are preparing themselves for some sort of trade battle. Oh, hello. Yes. Good morning to you, my friend. Yes, tomorrow's interest rates is going to be, yes, big. And I'm going to talk about that. That's a little something I want to talk about in a minute. But hello, good morning to you. Nice to see you. So we got the Brexit battle is beginning to take shape as well. So that's something, with something that the sterling is really beginning to struggle with. Don't forget, we have got US dollar strength as well because of, let me guess, risk aversion, which I'll talk more about that in a minute. But for now, let's have a quick look at the sterling, see how the sterling is doing. Give me a second. Right, currently, as it stands, it's currently trading at 1.2175. Now, don't forget, last week, when we were looking at, it was trading around 1.25. Okay, but now it's under humongous pressure, A, because of this negative data, B, because of Johnson, okay, because we talked about Johnson last week, those of us who joined me. Now this EU thing as well, and we are seeing dollar strength because of risk aversion. So it's currently trading at about 121.75. It's around that level I've been looking at. So that's a key area of interest, is 1.2175. So keep an eye on that. If we have a look at the euro sterling, okay, similar picture. Okay, this is on a 4-hour chart. Euro has gained strength against the sterling. Okay, we're currently trading above a level I was watching at 0.8565. It's slightly spiking above, but by looks of things, sterling is against, as my friend actually said last week. My friend sent that last week. Remember that? So I've called this video after your suggestion, by the way, my friend. The sterling is currently on the ropes. So yeah, I'm keeping an eye on that level. So that's where we are looking at the moment in time. So yes, as my friend also said, tomorrow we have a little something. I don't know if you've heard about it. If you haven't heard about it, you might have heard about it. I don't think you might have done. It's a tiny thing. It's tiny. Who am I kidding? It's huge. And that is the Fed's interest rate decision happening tomorrow. Now, actually, before I go into that, I forgot to mention this week's watch along, by the way, watch along will be the UK interest rate decision, which is 11 a.m. UTC. So please come along and join me for that. Because I think with all this UK data at the moment, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. So 11 a.m. UTC will be my watch along. So please come along and join me for that. Originally, the expectation was they weren't going to do anything, but now expectation is they may do something. They may indeed increase interest rates. Okay. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, mate. They may actually increase it by 25 basic points. So I'll be interested to see that. So please come along and join me for that. That's on Thursday. But moving on, let's talk about tomorrow. This is a huge event. I teased you about it just a minute ago, and that is obviously the Fed's interest rate decision. Now, originally, rumors were abound they were going to raise only by 50 basis points. Now, however, because of the shocking CPI we had on Friday, don't forget that came in at 8.6%. Rumors abound it could be higher. Okay, some are saying 75 basis points. Some are saying 100 basis points. Now, if I just took a look at a quick recent survey, CNBC and Bloomberg, they say 75 basis points. JP Morgan, 75 basis points. Goldman Sachs, 75 basis points. Deutsche Bank, 75 basis points. Barclays, 75 basis points. And some analysts, like I've said 100 basis points. So this is going to be a big event tomorrow. It's going to be a big shocker, because originally everybody was thinking just 50, nice and steady. It won't shock the market too much, but now they're going 75 basic points, even to 100 basic points. Now, I can do a watch along with that. I would love to do a watch along. That's why I've chosen the UK one instead. But I will do a special before it. I'll do a special preview tomorrow on it, but I also do a special one in the morning session to see the aftermath. So that's going to potentially be a massive event. Apart from that, other events for this week, we have US retail sales, US interest rate decisions, as I've just said, UK interest rate decisions, and of course, obviously, Bank of Japan interest rate decisions. Watch along this week will be the UK interest rate decisions. Markets, as it currently stands, the FTSE is currently trading at plus 0.30%. DAX is currently up 0.66%. Eurostoxx 50 is currently trading higher at 0.34%. So yeah, that's where we stand at the moment. I will be back on again later this afternoon at 1 p.m. UTC. So please come along and join me for that. And don't forget, you can always ask me questions whenever I'm live on air. This is what I'm here for. I might have a question here. Easy question. Okay. What do you think will be the IR increase with the result of the GBP USD? What do you think will be the IR increase? And what will be the result for the GBP? Interest rate decision increase. Okay, look, I think, previously, obviously, the Bank of England was not expected to do anything. It was supposed to stay at 1%. But I think with this recent economic data coming in now, rumors abound that they will do something, as in 0.25. If they don't do anything, and keep to what originally the market anticipated, I can see sterling coming under a lot more pressure. I think with a slight increase, you might see what you call like a dead cat bounce for the cable. But I think either way, despite whatever they do, at the moment we have risk aversion, so stronger greenback. And at the same time, I think the economic data coming in for the UK is looking pretty drastic. And don't forget, the UK is struggling. Okay, obviously, since the Brexit, it's a lot more expensive for supply anyway. So I am expecting the sterling to get under more pressure. But again, that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But like I say, I think the Bank of England, though we are expecting them to not do anything initially, now we're expecting a 25 basic point potentially moving up. I think they won't do anything, so I think the sterling could remain under pressure. But it'd be interesting to see the MPC vote. The MPC vote. So it'd be interesting to see how many members voted for a hike, how many members didn't. So I think that would be more fascinating. But again, that's just my opinion. Not obviously be taken as advice, but I think the sterling will be, you know, I mean, like I'm saying, at the moment, if we bring it back up, actually, let's bring it back up. Let's look at the cable. It is still hovering around that 121.75 level. So it's holding its own there at the moment. But like I said, I can still see the sterling under pressure. Again, like I said, poor economic data coming out of the UK at the moment and a strong greenback, especially might be stronger if the Fed tomorrow acts aggressively like we expect. So stronger greenback. So yeah, that's what I personally think. Again, opinion only, not advice. But great question as always. Thank you very much. Now remember, I'll be back on again later today at 1 p.m. UTC. Okay. Please join me for that because we have a fascinating look to see how the market turns out for the rest of the week. Plus the rest of the session, sorry. Plus, let's have a look at the United States and see if there's more rumors bound about that Fed interest rate decision. If remember, okay, yeah, that's going to be really fascinating to see if we got more rumors on that. Now, remember, if you're watching me on Facebook and you like it, give us a follow. If you're watching me on YouTube and you like it, by all means, subscribe if you like. Click the notification button so next time you know when I'm going live. If you enjoyed this episode and found it fascinating or interesting or useful, give me one of those. It's Tuesday. It'd be nice to have a smile on my face. But anyway, till next time, remember, these little videos are for educational purposes only, and in no way whatsoever should ever be taken as financial advice. I always suggest you do your own research and do your own due diligence. And of course, know the risks at hand before entering any trade. Till later this afternoon, every single one of you, trade safe.